The Revolution, Part 1. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Iran witnessed Islamic Revolution in the year 1979, putting an end to the Pahlavi dynasty, and this is where we had revolutionary Iran. It took place in 1979. The Iranian Revolution, which is also known as Islamic Revolution, culminated in the overthrow of the Pahlavi dynasty in 1979. The revolution led to the replacement of the imperial state of Iran by the Islamic Republic of Iran, as the monarchical government of Shah Muhammad Raza Pahlavi was superseded by Ruhollah Khomeini, an Islamicist cleric who had headed one of the rebel factions. The ousting of Muhammad Raza Pahlavi, the last Shah of Iran, formally marked the end of Iran's historical monarchy. Well, the revolution process started in year 1978 as the protests began on 7 January 1978, and it resulted in a revolution on 11 February 1979. It took place 1 year, 1 month, and 4 days to materialize the revolution. It was in the imperial state of Iran which replaced and became Islamic Republic of Iran. Well, as we talk about the revolution, in 1953 the CIA and MI6 backed 1953 Iranian coup d'etat which overthrew Iran's Prime Minister Mohammad Mossadegh, who had nationalized the Anglo-Persian Oil Company. The coup reinstated Muhammad Raza Pahlavi as an absolute monarch and significantly increased the level of influence of the United States over Iran. In 1963, the Shah had launched the White Revolution, a top-down modernization and land reforms program that alienated many sectors of society, especially the clergy. Khomeini emerged as a vocal critic and was exiled in 1964. However, as ideological tensions persisted between Pahlavi and Khomeini, anti-government demonstrations began in October 1979, developing into a campaign of civil resistance that included communist, socialist, and Islamicist. The mass protests were underway. A key turning point occurred in August 1978 when cinema Rex fired by Islamic militants killed around 400 people. However, a large portion of the public believed it was a false flag operation by Sevok, the Shah's secret police, to discredit the opposition and justify a crackdown, fueling nationwide outrage and mobilization. But it backfired. By the end of 1978, the revolution had become a broad-based uprising that paralyzed the country for the remainder of the year. On 16 January 1979, Pahlavi left Iran for exile, leaving his duties to Iran's Regency Council and Shahpur Bakhtiyar, the opposition-based prime minister. On 1 February 1979, Khomeini returned following an invitation by the government. Several million greeted him as he landed in Tehran. By 11 February, the monarchy was brought down and Khomeini assumed leadership while guerrillas and rebel troops overwhelmed Pahlavi loyalists in armed combat.